Alright guys, it's Moggs here. What's going on? Yeah, another little basic thing. It's basic, it's not simple, but it's basic. Play career mode. Best thing you can do when you get a new FIFA. All mechanisms for the different FIFAs are the playing mechanisms are all different. FIFA 20 is a little bit different to FIFA 21. FIFA 19 is different to 20, 18 to 19, and so on. So best thing to do, start up a new career mode. That one was my previous one that I had smashed up, even though it says I'm 11th, but that was the beginning of the next season, so don't worry about it. But yeah, so what I like to do is start a manager career. You lot can choose player career if you like, but that's mainly you've got that first person camera, so you're only focusing on one person. Whereas manager career, you're actually playing the gameplay, seeing how it is and getting used to the functions and the new tricks and little things and that. Obviously we gotta go with Matumbe and that. First name, just fill all this madness out, whatever your names, whatever name you want to put in. Let's just go with that, whatever, cool. Alright, then you pick your team. What I like to do is to go into the championship usually, and then I pick a team. So you could, if you remember my previous one, it said Bournemouth, the one that was on the start menu. The team I picked was Bournemouth. I like to get them promoted, whoever it is. To be honest, I picked Bournemouth because they've got the most P, if you can see there on the right hand side of the screen. Transfer budget 29 milli. Then you got YQ 1 million. I mean, I don't know how they're competing, but then you got Watford 32 milli. But then I took into account certain players like Brooks, and you know they got that the striker Wilson, and they got certain other players in that as well that will make the difference from the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot easier to play with, as well as, you know, it feels good when you get them promoted into the Premier League, and then when you're in the Premier League, it's a whole different ball game. Getting used to the difficulty, because obviously you're playing against teams like Swansea and all of that, Stoke or whatever. Even though they're not easy teams to play in the game, they're a lot easier than United or whoever else you might be playing against. So yeah, I like to start that. We go into, let's just say, Bournemouth again. Here you've got a few different settings that you can choose. So I just usually leave it like that. I usually like to leave this disabled, financial takeover, because it just makes it a little bit more realistic. That's what's the point of making it easy and then, you know, it's fake happiness, bro. Of course you're gonna win if you've got a financial takeover at the beginning of the career, because you've got more money than everyone else, really, innit? Which is basically the case now, but you know, we're in the championship, bro. Fuck it. Right, start a new career. You gotta create new career. So you can save it, so you can save the progress and everything. Just name it whatever you like. Just save it as Moggs, and then we kick off. Right, this little option here, this is the first thing you're going to see when you first enter the career mode. So what it does is it's a little pre-season, basically little pre-season team, and little pre-season cup, sorry. And what it does is it can potentially help you get more money for your transfers and stuff like that, which is always useful, and it's organic. So just do whatever it is. I usually go for the 4.7 or the 4.5, like either the hardest or the second hardest, depending on what level season what number season I'm on. Usually the first season I'll go for the second hardest, because I don't really know my team yet, so I don't want to risk losing that money as well. So we'll go second hardest for now. Alright, so this is the screen where what you're gonna see when you first enter career mode. So you've got something called training day that you can see that's already highlighted here. We'll get to that actually. Let's hit the notifications first, because you want to see what's up and what's what with your club. So you've got guys introducing themselves. This is the scout assistant manager talking about our first scout report that's already been put into place by the previous manager. You've got the board's expectations and vision. You've got the youth academy report as well. I don't know if we've got anyone in the youth academy yet. We've got a couple people. They're all whacked though. 49, 56, 17. I'll show you how to properly implement a proper sick youth academy and get sick players scouted and stuff like that. You've also got the transfer market information. Most of us really know what's what with that, and that's the new European Continental Shield Cup that we just entered for pre-season. So this is the team this is where the standings are going to be. So whatever game you got coming up next, this is where it's going to be. This is where the league for that is going to be, or the competition, the information on it. So how your team's doing, and the top scorers, assists, and stuff like that. So let's go into training. I'll teach you a little bit about how to get your players basically boosted up as quickly as you can. You can see what the options are. You get 3 options for every training day that you have on your schedule. So we've got it's already been picked for us: inside the zone dribbling, extreme hot potato, and defending scenarios. So to make the most out of this, the first time you do it, you always have to play it yourself. That way, whatever you get, it's a lot easier to get an A when you're playing it than it is for the computer to get it. So the computer just simulates it, whereas you can guarantee it. You get free tries. I'll show you exactly how to do that. But whatever you end up at is what you'll get every single time you drill it. So if you're going to be doing it for 2 or 3 seasons, this is how you want to do it. Alright, let's go into the first training. Inside the zone dribbling. You can see who's been selected: Dominic Solanke, Grovenwald, Danyama, Sarridge, all these men. You can actually change these man. So if you press X and then select change players, you can change the players that are actually being trained. So if you want to focus on a certain player or a certain group of players, this is where you can do it. You can also change the drill. So if you don't like this drill, you've got a few other ones that you can select. You've got dribbling. If you can see at the top left there, dribbling option, press R1, change to defending, passing, shooting, set pieces. We'll keep with dribbling. We'll keep what's selected at the moment and go for it. Alright guys, so once you've done all of them, you'll see at the top there of each drill you've got an A and A. Every time you play this specific drill, you're gonna automatically get an A no matter what players you choose. So it's really useful. It's really cool to be able to watch your players grow and focus on specific ones. Something to bear in mind though, some players, like for example the older ones, like you see Steve Cook there's 29, Smith there 29 as well. It's going to be a lot harder to grow those guys and to get their attributes better because they're nearing the end of their careers. So you want to focus on a younger lot, make sure that they're built up, make sure they're going to be good next season when they come into the Premier League. You're going to be working with 81s, 82 rated players rather than 76, 77, and just makes it easier for you guys really when you're playing it, and it's a lot nicer, the feel's a lot better, and you just enjoy it more. So yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Yeah, best thing in my opinion is to play career mode. Best thing is, that's the way you're going to improve, that's the way you're going to get better. So yeah, thanks for listening guys. Please like, subscribe and show some love. Peace out.